I think you must have studied closed loop control systems several times, several problems you must have solved during your control systems course, but you must have never experienced during your undergraduation, you must have never experienced the design of closed loop control system. I'll be showing you the closed loop control system with the help of the simulation which we developed. If I enter here some value, some duty ratio, then correspondingly output voltage will come. V output is equal to this delta into V input. Usually in case of a manual control system, means non-feedback control system, user will change the value of delta as per the requirement of speed. Suppose I want more speed, so delta value will be increased so that we'll get a more voltage, so that we'll get a more speed. Okay. But in case of a closed loop control system or a feedback control system, we'll be having a controller which will be setting the value of this delta. Okay, this controller will get to know what should be the value of delta. Okay, let me run the simulation. Yeah, once I run the simulation, see 750 RPM is set. Immediately it has gone to 750. It's fluctuating around 750. So let me change it to 500. See, it has changed immediately. The moment I change the reference, we normally call it as input, but it's actually in this case it's a reference. Hi, welcome to PyScore Academy, myself Shekhar. In this video, I'm going to explain feedback control system. Closed loop control system. I think you must have studied closed loop control systems several times, several problems you must have solved during your control systems course, but you must have never experienced during your undergraduation, you must have never experienced the design of closed loop control system. You must have never seen the closed loop control system actually, right? So I'll be showing you the closed loop control system with the help of the simulation which we developed. I think with that, you can understand the concepts of closed loop control system much better. Okay, so I'll take an application of DC motor speed control. Means I'll take a DC motor. Basically, what is a DC motor? DC motor will give electrical input and output will be mechanical output. Means DC motor will convert electrical input to the mechanical output. Okay, so I'll be using, for the sake of simplicity, I'll be using a permanent magnet DC motor. Okay, so that we'll be focusing more onto the speed control. Okay, closed loop speed control rather. Okay, so let's take a DC motor. Let me just brief you how we'll achieve a speed control of a DC motor. Okay, I'll just brief you. You must be having a basic idea of speed control of a DC motor. How we'll get the different speeds, output of the DC motor, which is a mechanical, that can be controlled by the voltage what you're applying here. You apply more voltage. If you apply more voltage, here the speed will increase. Okay, if you decrease the input voltage, the speed will decrease. These are simple basic fundamental aspects of a DC motor, right? DC motor. Now, how can you get this controlled voltage? Here, we should get controlled DC voltage, right? So that controlled DC voltage we can get by using a chopper. With the help of a chopper. What is a chopper? It is basically DC to DC converter. What is that? DC to DC converter. Means it converts fixed DC to variable DC. It converts fixed DC to variable DC. So fixed voltage, let's give some input voltage. In this case, let me take 350 volts. If I give 350 volts, the output of the chopper will be anything between 0 to 350. Okay, I can get any value between 0 to 350. I can control the value of this output voltage by changing a factor called duty cycle or duty ratio. Okay, by changing the value of this, I can get desired voltage. From this voltage, I can get desired speed. This is the overview of the speed control. Let me take you to the blocks which we'll be developing. The first, I'm just taking a DC motor. We have a DC motor. Okay, obviously it's a permanent magnet DC motor. Then I told you we'll be using a chopper. Yes, we have a chopper and a voltmeter is placed so that we can see the voltage value, how much is the voltage fed to this DC motor. And this input voltage, supply voltage is 350 volts. And here the delta duty ratio must be fed here, right? So that duty ratio, normally we should change the value of duty ratio so that if I enter here some value, some duty ratio, then correspondingly output voltage will come. The formula here is input voltage is this is input voltage. Let me take it as V in. This is output voltage. This voltmeter value is V output. V output is equal to this delta into V input. This is a formula for the chopper. Okay, chopper is what? It's a DC to DC converter. Okay, now if you go further, we have a chopper and this delta, usually in case of a manual control system, means non-feedback control system, user will change the value of delta as per the requirement of speed. Suppose I want more speed, so delta value will be increased so that we'll get a more voltage, so that we'll get a more speed. Okay, but in case of a closed loop control system or a feedback control system, we'll be having a controller which will be setting the value of this delta. Okay, this controller will get to know what should be the value of delta. Okay, so how controller will know about it? That's big by taking the reference. User will now enter, as a user I will enter just a value here, 750 RPM. I need 750 RPM, I'll enter the value of 750. Okay, then this controller will compare this reference value and what is this? This is a feedback. From where we're feeding this back? From this. Okay, from this is a speed, I'm feeding back the speed to here. Okay, so as this is closed form, we'll call this as closed loop control system, or we're feeding back the output back to this, we'll call it as feedback control system. Okay, now if this is feeding back to this, output is feeding back to this, suppose I have 750 here, this value is suppose 200. Okay, speed of the DC motor is 200. Error detector will give some value, some positive value. How much is that? 550. So controller will know, okay, there is a huge difference between what the user is asking and what actually the output. So controller will, activate, control will change the value of del duty ratio so that this speed will keep on increasing. Okay, now what if this speed is 800? This is 750, this is 800. Now the error detector will be negative, right? So controller will know, okay, output is more than the input, so you should reduce the value of del. It will reduce the value of del. Okay, now what if this is 750, this is also 750, then controller will not do any further changes. It will keep the existing value of del so that the output will be maintained. Now what if there is a disturbance happening anywhere so that suppose this voltage has reduced, or whatever the disturbance, because of the disturbance this output has reduced, then automatically this controller will come into action and it will adjust the speed to the desired value. So the controller work is to let the output maintain the way user wanted, the reference signal or a command signal or a desired signal. Okay, in this case it is speed. Now I think this is theoretical thing which you must have gone through your undergraduation, but now let's run this. Okay, let me run this application so that we'll see how the changes are happening when I change this value, how output is changing, how this voltmeter value is changing, how voltage is changing, how speed is changing, everything will observe. Okay, so for that I think it's better I'll connect some instruments over here so that this is a digital display of the speed, this is analog display so that we can see the variations. This is a voltmeter value, okay, will be displayed over here, and I'll be changing the value of the input from this. okay, reference value. Let me run the simulation. Yeah, once I run the simulation, see, 750 RPM is set. Immediately it has gone to 750. It's fluctuating around 750. It is trying to maintain 750. Voltage is, this is a voltage value, close to 150 volts, right? You can see all these values. Now let me change the value of the speed to 500. As a user, I can ask any value. I can ask this control scheme for any value of speed, right? So let me change it to 500. See, it has changed immediately. The moment I change the reference, we normally call it as input, but it's actually, in this case, it's a reference. This is input voltage, okay? And suddenly it has changed to 500 because voltage is reduced, right? Why voltage is reduced? Because controller is asking for less duty ratio. Why it is asking for less duty ratio? Because when this was 750 and the moment I change to 500, the difference between these two is minus 200, minus 250 rather, instantly. So that negative indicates decreasing this value. So it is reducing the value of delta. These all happening in very small time frame. Okay. Yeah. Now you set these values to 1000. Yeah, it's back to 1000. Any value, you can just play around. But of course, you can't play around. I can play around because I have the system. I think you can see me, right? Yeah. That's it. This is about the beautiful control system. Suppose what if, the interesting part comes, what if the input voltage change? I can change this value also. What if I change the supply voltage? Then let's make it to 400, okay? And you see, though I change the input voltage to 400, still it is maintaining 500. That's a beautiful part, because whatever the disturbances are happening, the controller will take care of maintaining the speed. Okay? Yes. That's what the control scheme. A beautiful and nice control scheme and simplest control scheme which one can develop. Okay? Rather, which an electrical engineer can develop, so that you can understand things much better. Hope you understand all these points. Great. If this is done, let's move to the conclusive points. Before I say the conclusive points, did you like the video? Then why didn't you like the button? Why didn't you hit the like button? Like it and share this video with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that whenever you post a new video, you're not going to miss it if you press that bell icon. Okay? So the conclusive statements are, we are having a control system means, don't think control system means something very big one. It's a simple piece of box. Here we have plant, controller, everything is here, and this is being compared with some reference value, and it is fed back. The output is fed back to the input based on the difference what you are getting at the error detector. So if you have a controller part, controller will take necessary action so that you will get desired output. Okay, so a reference is, we normally call it as input signal, but not input power supply. Input may be somewhere over here, which is feeding to the plant. These are what signal level things. Okay, very small amount of signal levels, control signals, will be sent from these. Main power core, power supply is over here. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you're not getting, then I think there is some problem. The problem is you need to be clear with the fundamental concepts of feedback control system. Okay, that's it. That's the end of this lecture. And our control system courses are launched. You can check the control system courses. Check the link in the description, so that you will get the complete control systems course at the best possible price. Okay, that's it. That's the end of this lecture. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.